Go.
Hey, Nick.
Morning, Joe.
What's going on, man? This is cause for celebration. This is by far the most expensive car that someone's silly enough to loan us.
I know. Why is he letting us drive this?
Why are these people being so kind to us?
He also said, drive it as fast as you can.
He did say that.
And I said, that was the wrong thing to say.
But he's also a lawyer, so I have a feeling he's probably pretty well covered, so maybe
Right.
not, yeah. So $140,000 base in this. So this one actually, as equipped, is up over 165,000. So this is the first edition of the RS.
Okay. Top of the line.
Top of the line.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Woo! Construction truck. Okay.
That's bad.
That was...
I have to say, this is a stunningly gorgeous car.
In my personal opinion, I think this one is hands down the best looking electric car on the market.
It is just this, it's got this incredibly brooding, menacing stance.
Yeah, it's mean.
It's just hunkered down and it looks just kind of ready to pounce.
Ready to pounce, yeah. And obviously it's most closely compared to the Taycan. And you said you think in 10 years as people look at these cars, the Taycan will be looked at more elegantly and with a lens that sees that car more beautifully. Whereas this car right now stands out as the more beautiful car.
I think this car is styled very much of the moment, and I think this car looks like the future on the outside, whereas the Taycan looks like the future on the inside.
Mm-hmm. One thing I do like about that in regards to the interior is like when comparing this to what's its closest competitor at Tesla, the Plaid, you're like in an iPhone and you get these software updates and you just have this giant screen and nothing else. But what's cool about this car, you feel like you're in a normal car.
It looks like an Audi.
It looks like an Audi. The infotainment is probably the best in the game. The way it's ergonomically set up, I think, is really beautiful. Flat bottom steering wheel. It's done so well. And you can't argue with Audi's craftsmanship on the interior. Like the dry carbon's incredible.
It's beautifully done. I will say though, is it a bad thing that we are moving at a really, really athletic clip along a canyon road and we're talking about the design as opposed to how emotional it is, not just to look at but to drive?
Probably. I'm kind of I'm kind of at a loss of how to eloquently discuss driving electric cars, because at the core, to me, they all sort of feel the same. They all sort of feel gut-wrenchingly fast off the line and similar through the canyons. They're all very bottom heavy, obviously, because you have these batteries running along, and they're all 5,000 plus pounds. So the overarching theme of these cars when driving through the canyons, at least from what I've experienced so far, is that it's not a graph that shoots up and comes down. It's more of a linear graph, as opposed to like if you get into my GT3, whatever, any 911 versus my E36.
Right.
Those are two different experiences that cannot really be compared. Whereas I think you can compare this to the Model Y in the canyons when carving, etc. And maybe that's my naivete. Maybe I'm just not that good of a driver. Just you gotta drive it.
Are you ready?
No.
Yes.
Ah! Oh my God. Woo!
What's so funny about these is it's the passenger seat is even more intense than the driver's seat.
No, it's the worst. I hate being in the passenger seat of this electric car. You know what it is? I don't like roller coasters, and these cars all feel like roller coasters in the passenger seat.
That's exactly the sensation, isn't it?
They're terrible.
By the way, you have one of those oh no handles up there that came in really handy for me.
Right. I use my feet, which stops me from.
Right.
I don't know what. Maybe just it's.
reaching for those brake pedals on your side of the car that aren't
Yeah,
there.
the non-existent brake pedals. Oh my god. Okay, I wasn't doing this. This does feel pretty fast.
One of us has to do some driving.
I know. I
mean,
drove like a real loser today, didn't I? This car's expensive and it's not mine, you know?
oh, come on. That's what insurance is for.
True. Oh my god. This is my brain. It's like a Dare commercial. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. That's what it feels like right now.
Dare to keep your children out of an Audi e-tron RS GT. Goodness.
Oh, I can breathe again.
So we're both kind of talking the same thing with this car, is that it's objectively like a pretty dramatic experience.
Yeah.
In terms of the forces that your body is subjected to.
Yeah.
But when you're not doing that, I mean, is it a rewarding car?
Right.
So this is the RS. So this is the driver-focused GT.
Yes.
I mean, I guess the question is, when I'm not making you sick with what I'm doing right now,
Right.
which is, I mean, this would eventually make you sick. Are you sick right now?
I could barf. Yeah.
Is it pleasurable? Like you mentioned a roller coaster. Like a roller coaster, it's not pleasurable. A roller coaster is there to just scare the crap out of you.
Yeah, it's for thrill seeking.
Right.
It's for excitement and thrill seeking and a temporary high that gives you this like rush of endorphins, and you want to do it one more time, but then you want to be done.
Because that's not something I want to go back to again and again and again.
Oh, I could not agree more. Especially in this seat. No, but I agree. It's like, that's what I'm saying. They're all these electric cars are incredibly fast off the line. Fast, fast, fast. Throws your head back in the seat. Cool. At what point does it evolve into being a true driver-focused car like a GT3, like an M3, like a whatever?
I mean, maybe part of the problem is that in order to have the range that you need, the performance that you need, the cars are so heavy, because that's where the battery tech is, that they can't really be engaging driver's cars because you're managing 5,000 pounds. Audi does not build this as a sports car. They call it a high-performance electric Grand Tourer.
Okay, and that I'd say describes it perfectly.
Yeah, it does describe it perfectly. It does.
If you're buying a car in this segment, in this price range, the 130 to 160 mark, let's call it, like, let's say we got a decent deal on one. So it's basically this, a Plaid, a Taycan, like 4S, I think is in that range. In regards to those three cars, if range is something that's super important to you and you want to drive to Vegas or drive to San Francisco from Los Angeles without having to charge, then there's no question it's just a Tesla.
Yeah.
If you're just, going around town, going to the grocery store, whatever, and you want a car that looks incredible and has the infotainment and interior of something tried and true, there is absolutely no question it should be this car, hands down. And I don't think there's even an argument to be made that the Tesla looks better than this car. This car looks incredible.
Yeah. Beautiful car to look at, a good car to drive, and certainly the best looking electric car, if not one of the best looking cars on the road today. And you know what? Beauty is, for many, reason enough. And there is not enough beauty, I think, in the car world today, and so we can thank
I could not agree more.
Thank Audi for that, for contributing some beauty to what can be a rather sterile automotive landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great job, Audi. Well done. Gold star.
So should we just maybe?
Oh.
But there is that. So you guys, we have a new like and subscribe button. And it's great because this is our 11th video and we finally figured out that you can actually have a like and subscribe button.
Yeah.
And it's right there. Bing!
Towards his wiener.
Towards my beep.
Beep. All right, you probably can't.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks very much, you guys, for watching. Thanks for hanging in there with us while we work through various sound issues, various personnel issues. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. We will be back.